Hello, London. I'm Matt Brown, and you're listening to the Matt Brown Podcast.
It's a show about all things local and maybe some other stuff too. We have a great show for you today. Mario Circelli is joining us to tell us everything we need to know about Forest City Music Week, happening right now. I'm going to tell you all about it right after this.
Discover London Bicycle Cafe. It's the perfect time of year to take a break on their spacious patio, featuring craft beer, espresso drinks, snacks, meals, and more. London Bicycle Cafe at the Forks of the Thames. See you soon.
Mario Circelli is here to talk all things Forest City London Music Week. It's underway right now, and Mario is here to tell us all about it. So let's go. Welcome to the show, Mario.
Great to be here, Matt.
So, Forest City London Music Week. This is the 24th go-round. What do you want to tell us?
Well, first of all, 24 years, and it's hard to believe that we made it this long. This is the little project that could. It started as something really small in 2001. Our first edition was 2002 at Old Club Phoenix, and here we are 24 years later, still celebrating the best of London music.
Yeah, and it's huge. Like, we're talking about over 200 musicians being honored over the course of the 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're really proud about that. So it's obviously over the 24-year history of the program, it's grown, okay? And we've added pieces and expanded right into London Music Week, which is really the region's largest celebration of local music. But what we're really happy about is it's an opportunity for the music community to come together and celebrate each other and support each other. The awards are fun and they're important, but the coming together as a community, that's the real point of the project. And yes, to honor over 200 musicians across all the categories, not to mention over 300 musicians are being paid to perform at events across the city, and all of the events are free.
Yeah, it's really incredible. The 200 musicians being honored, what's that look like?
It looks like we're really taking hold of the diversity and the dynamics of the city, from blues to hip hop to Afro-Caribbeana and country and classical and jazz and world music, because there are musicians who are working in those pockets and working very well and very effectively and producing some really good material. So it's important for us to celebrate those pockets, celebrate those genres, and to honor those so that hopefully they'll continue to ply their trade in those genres.
And that happens at an awards event?
Yeah, June 7 at Aeolian Hall, doors at 6, show at 7. Seating is limited. It's a free show. We will accept some donations, but it's free, and the performances are spectacular. Our show producer, Rick Kish, who's just an amazing vocalist and performer, he's the show host and the producer. So you'll get to see Lorraine Clausen, who's just an amazing performer, and Lorraine Segoyan, and Felix Stukman, who's an incredible vocalist, and just so much talent on one stage in a 2-hour window, and it's free. And it's just a celebration for those genres, world, classical, jazz, folk, being honored as well.
Okay, so let's talk about the Music Week, which I'm doing a little bit of math, and it's 13 days long, so that feels a little bit more than a week to me. You mentioned 300 performers, and they're all paid. I understand it's at the union scale as well.
It is. And you know what, Matt, we're riffing off of the Beatles, right? 8 days a week, and that's where we're going, right? But so we kick it off with on the 5th with a kickoff concert downtown, and we do that in tandem with LBMX and the London Arts Council. Then on the Saturday, the 6th, we move over to Gathering on the Green, and then throughout the week, right up till the 14th, where we bookend the week with Award Show Volume 2, doors at 6, show at 7, free again, but it's at the London Music Hall. And that's where we honor and celebrate what I would loosely call the pop categories, rock, rock and hip hop and blues and country, that kind of thing. But in between, there's so much fun. There's so many goodies, lots of candies, lots of warm hugs for the City of London, where we're just hugging you with local music. The Women of London Music is happening. The hip hop showcase is happening. One of our key events, and we were excited to see this grow, is the High School Battle of the Bands. And that's on the 12th at Palisade. And let me tell you, the Who had it. The kids are all right. And this year we were overwhelmed with submissions. It was tough. The committee, we had to turn a bunch of bands away and say, you know what, we just can't do it this year, because we were overwhelmed with over 20 submissions. And we expanded the show this year so that we could embrace a few more. 10 bands will be showing off, as it were, on the 12th at the Palisade. And this is an event which is so key and important to us, because we're celebrating and encouraging the next generation of musicians. So there, and this new to the program, the week this year, is the Music Video of the Year and the Engineer Producer of the Year screening and listening party, and that's happening on the Tuesday the 9th at the TAP Center for Creativity, where we'll be screening some of this the nominees, folks who were nominated Music Video of the Year and the Audio Engineer of the Year. And the submissions again this year, Matt, were off the hook. I'm telling you, Londoners are making world-class videos and world-class audio recordings.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised to hear that. Time flies when you're having fun. We're about halfway through our time together. You mentioned the Music Hall, and that's a pretty special place. They've recently moved their entrance out to Dundas, so there can be hundreds or even over 1,000 people lined up along the street waiting to get into the venue. They walk through those doors and they see something pretty special.
Yeah, they're seeing some of our history, because through the London Music Hall of Fame, we are preserving some of the rich music history of our city. And I'll tell you, it's there, and it's present. And we've been able to, over the last really 24 years since the beginning, inducting folks virtually. But we have been able to cull all this material and curate it, whether it's Guy Lombardo's baton or one of the few remaining Royal Canadians jackets. Some of the equipment that Graham Lear used. Graham Lear, a fantastic drummer from London, Ontario, who went on to the world performing with 13 years with Carlos Santana and Gino Vanelli, REO Speedwagon and Paul Anka. We've got some of his stuff. So people will be able to see some of that stuff as they enter the London Music Hall and go and take in a show there. And you'll be able to see it when you come to the award show Volume 2 on the 14th.
Now, you had some satellite shows as well. I think as people came off of a train or came off of a plane. Are we still doing that?
We do. Nothing gets by you. Yeah. So we've got a satellite display at VIA in conjunction with the good folks at VIA Rail. So you get to see some of London's music history there. And if you fly in at London International Airport, we've got a display there, including a really cool display for Shad, who is a Juno winner, a Polaris Prize winner, and just an amazing rap artist from London, Ontario. Some of his artifacts are there. And then if you go down to the London Convention Centre, you'll be able to see Tommy Hunter in one of his outfits. Tommy Hunter, of course, was Canada's country gentleman. He had a show on CBC for over 30 years. So we've been able to gather this material, preserve it, and display it for all Londoners and actually the world. Anybody who comes to London can have a glimpse at the rich music history of London, Ontario.
Yeah, I think that here in London we like to say that we are a music city. There's some recognition, UNESCO Music City, the first and only of its kind here in Canada, I think joining about 60 others around the world. And recently someone said to me, yeah, UNESCO City, that's important, but that's kind of like the button on the jacket. And really, we're a music city through and through, even without that distinction. But it's an important one because it helps have a calling card to the world. What do you think of London as a music city?
I think the way you position that is perfectly. It's the button on the jacket, and through the Forest City London Music Awards and London Music Week, we're the cloth that finishes off the outfit. And yeah, it's a handle, and it's a nice label for us to hang on to. What we do with it and how we present ourselves to the world is trick number one. Trick number two, and to me even more important, is the way we handle the musicians who are here now. Okay, are we supporting them? Are we encouraging them? Are we providing opportunities for them? And most importantly, are we in a position where we can tell them, you know what, it's cool to be here. You can make your music here in London, Ontario. This can be your home base. You don't have to move to Toronto or Montreal or Vancouver or New York or LA if you're so inclined. With technology today, you can make world-class music right here in London, Ontario. And through the Film London, or just independently, because there's a lot of really good independent video producers here in town, as you'll see through the Music Video of the Year category and the nominees. You can do all that work here. So are we providing the necessary ingredients? Are we nurturing these folks so that they can stay here, grow, and ply their trade, ply their craft, and feel comfortable enough to just do it right here, rather than the past where, well, if you wanted to be big, you had to move out of town, you had to go somewhere else. No. There's stuff happening right here in London, Ontario. We got something going, and we need to encourage these folks to continue to make music, because you can see it all over town, whether you take in a show at the Palisade, at Rum Runners, the Music Hall, at the Richmond, and so many other venues, East Side Bar and Grill, and then some of the ones that are out of town, like the Bunker in Stratford and Pierside in St. Thomas, right, in Port Stanley rather. Let's continue to provide the ingredients so that the artists can do art.
We've got about a minute left. Now, we're in the midst of an election year. I seem to think that maybe you were speaking to a specific audience of candidates just then. With that last 45 seconds or so, let's bring it back to Music Week. How can people find out more about it?
Well, get involved. First of all, go to our website, fclma.ca, and it's chock full of information. More importantly, participate in the Music Week. We're promoting it as much as we can. I thank you for allowing me to talk about it here on your show. Go out to a show. On Wednesday, the 10th, we're doing London Live after 5, and we're stitching together the entire city of London. So there's stuff happening in conjunction with Hyde Park BIA and Hamilton Road BIA and Old East Village and Argyle and Old South and et cetera, et cetera. And we're putting talent into some venues that don't normally provide live music. Get involved. Go and see stuff. You'll be convinced that just because a musician is from London, Ontario, it's good.
That's a great spot to leave it. Mario, I'll see you out during the Music Week, I'm sure, at different venues. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Discover London Bicycle Cafe, home of family cargo and urban cycling. Test ride an e-bike along riverside trails to see how easy moving through our city can really be. London Bicycle Cafe at the Forks of the Thames. See you soon.
So that's that. I'm Matt Brown, and you're listening to the Matt Brown Podcast. It's a show about all things local and maybe some other stuff too. As always, thanks for listening. Bye for now, and talk to you again soon, London.